Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about adding integers. Okay, now I've got 4 different problems up here with some number lines up here to help us walk through the way this is going to work. So we're going to start with a really easy one, 3 plus 7. And I'm going to break it down into 3 simple parts: a starting point, a direction, and a distance. Okay, so the first number you run across is our starting point. So in this particular problem, our 3 is our starting point. So that's where I'm going to put my first dot on my number line. All right. So 3 plus 7. Now, all of us know that on a number line, when we add 2 positive numbers together, we're going to adding a positive number. We move to the right on my number line. Now, so that's what adding the positive 7 is going to tell me. And it tells me that I'm moving of a distance of 7. So I'm going to start at the 3, and then I'm going to move 7 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gets me to my ending spot, which then gets me to my solution, which is 10. And I'm sure all of you that were watching the video understood that, so that's great. But now we're going to change things up just a little bit. We're going to change our starting point. Okay, I'm going to change it from a positive 3 to a negative 3. So understanding that negative 3 is my starting point, and I'm adding a positive just like I did up here in this original problem. Okay, so that means I'm going to move to the right. When I add a positive number, I move to the right, just like we did there. So adding a positive here, I know I'm going to move to the right. So I started my number line with my starting point to the left, and therefore I can move to the right. So again, this is my starting point of negative 3. 7 spots, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here is my ending spot, which is positive 4, and that becomes my solution. Okay. All right, so now we're going to change things up again, and then we're going to add a negative number. So let's go back to our original problem, 3 plus 7. So now my starting point is positive 3. When we added a positive number, we move to the right. Okay, so when we add a negative number, we're going to move to the left. We're going to move in the opposite direction. All right, so again, starting at positive 3. That is my starting point. There's my big dot. And so we're adding a negative number. So we're going to move to the left. And it tells me I'm going to move 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gets me to my final solution of negative 4. Okay. And now our final problem. Now, again, all I'm doing is changing my starting place from the problem just beforehand. My starting place is negative 3. We're adding a negative number. So again, adding a negative number means I'm moving to the left. So therefore, my starting point, I moved all the way to the right. It's my starting point of negative 3. 7 spaces, moving to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my solution. It's my ending point, which becomes negative 10. So to sum it all up, when you add a positive number, when you're talking about a number line, okay, you're going to move to the right on that number line, just as we did in our first 2 examples. When you're adding a negative number, you're going to move to the left, just as we did in our second 2 examples for that. So hopefully this will help you with your adding of integers.